Hello YouTube, this is Morgan Airspeed Prime here with my next Boruto anime review. This one's going to be for episode 102, which is called Melee. And this arc is, it's definitely kind of come down a little bit in my expectations. I had high hopes at the start, and it's still interesting in some parts, but I think the plot reveal here that we've got in the last couple of episodes hasn't really been all that great, in that Totaga is just kind of revealed to be a bit of a madman, just like, curse mark, birds. And, I like a few little bits and pieces that, okay, they're addressing the fact that the birds are going to leave at some point, so if that happens and they still have the curse mark, it'll spread across the entire world. So it creates a bit of a panic and, drama heading into the finale, but I'm not overly interested in Totaga as a villain, because he's just like, I'm interested in the curse mark because yours is the original. I made a curse mark. I want to prove it's better than yours by beating you. It's like, that's fine and all. I just not really sure what they were going for necessarily. I think going into, I think next week is the last episode of this arc. I think all I want out of this by the end of it is for them to do something with Yugo that I suppose in some way fixes this problem and allows him to be part of his team again with Karin and Suigetsu. So, whether that be they find some of Totaga's research and realize that, we can actually find some way to stabilize his mark, or something else, that's what I'm looking for out of this. If they don't deliver that, then in a way, kind of what was the arc actually for? The other thing I will give the arc praise for is that they are making Sumire a focus here, and they are building up to something. Obviously from the manga we know where she ends up being. How do we get from here to there, and are the big decisions made potentially in the next episode? Because I thought for the most part she actually displayed a good amount of skill in the way she was fighting. She is clearly the leader of her team, and she stands out kind of, I think, well above them. Just with the solid water style jutsu that she's able to do, the Nue summoning, it all, I think, leads me to believe that she's a really, really solid ninja. Like, probably one of the kind of, I suppose, in terms of a solo character in a way, one of the more notable ones from all of the groups that we have. But they're going down some sort of a path where she realizes that she can't control Nue when he's bigger. And this links, of course, into her previous arc and when he went out of control and so on. And I think she's a little fearful of what could happen if Nue continues to grow and she doesn't grow as quickly. And, what decision is going to be made because of that. Because this team is kind of they're being shown up a little bit, but I think they're still solid. I'm not going to dismiss Team 15 as just being weak or anything like that. But with the plot, they're trying to do something by pointing this out, especially with Sumire, that she's having these doubts. Now, what exactly they're going to do with that, I'm not entirely sure, but I like that they're giving her some focus. Like, the return back to some focus on this character, I think, is good. Beyond that, I think the episode was just, fine. We got a lot of our fights here, and we got the two kind of green-haired curse mark twins, and the resolution to both of those fights. And, I thought it was fairly well done. The Karin and Sarada one was nice, because their interactions, I think, just work really well. Karin saving Sarada, Sarada using her Sharingan a little bit, using her kind of healing power, getting to see the kind of Uzumaki kind of chaining sealing jutsu thing come back. That was really nice to see, of just kind of Karin revealing that to her, while also still keeping it consistent that Karin isn't really like a fighter as such. She has sensing abilities and sealing abilities, but isn't necessarily a fighter as such, so I like that. Sarada got the chance to, deliver the finishing blow and kind of gain a better connection with Karin as well. I like the reference to, say this to Sarada, that, this is the debt repaid for her saving me. So, that's probably another positive from this arc as well. That we've got this interaction, we've got to see a good amount of Sarada Karian interaction, and that can be this continuous thing going forward. I still would like to see Sasuke at some point get involved in all of this. I'd still like an appearance potentially in the last episode of this arc to see what he thinks about his old team, or her potentially to go home and talk to Sasuke about all of this. But we have to wait and see if they'll deliver on any of that. The other fight that we got, of course, was the whole Sumire Nue thing. It was fine. Yeah, like I said, there was some nice. It was nice just see Sumire kind of defend her team. They come in to defend her. They give the chakra to her and Nue, and that's kind of just about how it happened. Beyond that, I wouldn't say I have a ton to really say about that fight. We did see kind of Konohamaru back on his feet again, him and Mitsuki kind of teaming up together. And then the only other thing that really happened in the episode was that obviously Totaka reveals that he has the curse mark at the end of the episode, and he's made Jugo transform so he can prove that his curse mark is more powerful than Jugo's curse mark, and they're building to something. Like I said, I assume Totaka is going to be defeated. We'll probably get some explanation of here's how I made my curse mark, here's the solution to solving this curse mark, and that gives maybe an insight into how to stabilize Jugo's curse mark. I think that's the main resolution that they probably have to come to by the end of this. But it means we're going to get a fight. I assume Jugo versus curse mark Totaka, and Boruto and Suigetsu kind of there and thereabouts involved in all of this. I'm not exactly sure what exactly Konohamaru and Mitsuki are going to be doing. Will they be taking out the other guard people there and so on? But just waiting to see what the real takeaway from this in terms of plot is, because it started off very promising and kind of lost its way, and ultimately now it's sort of revealed that there's just not a lot going on here unless we get heavy into, I suppose, the origins of his research, how he knows about Jugo. If they explain how he made his curse mark, and as I said, come up with some sort of resolution for Jugo through whatever happens. But yeah, that's been my thoughts on the episode. I think there'll be some positives to take away from this arc, but it definitely hasn't quite lived up to expectation. But that's been my review. Thanks for watching, and bye.